All right, hi guys. Can you hear me? Ah, I'm so sorry, so sorry, so sorry, so sorry. Um, ah, I don't know why I cannot block this person. Just getting ready, and I got Instagram message from like very narcissistic person. All right, hi guys. Can you hear me? Ah, I'm so sorry, so sorry, so sorry, so sorry. Um. I was just getting ready, and I got Instagram message from like very narcissistic person, and I don't know why like their messages like always trigger the heck out of me, and I just don't know why I can't get over it. It's like it's a Norwegian artist. You guys remember story about him? And he loves to give advice, and he's like this authoritative type of person. He thinks he's right, and the way he like phrases his stuff, it's always very condescending. There's like notes of like mocking you, and I don't know why I can't just get over him. Like always start fighting with him. My blood starts boiling. He was telling me that I should remove clumps from my palette. And I shared with him like, yeah, this is like a really old palette, and I told him that I usually I have this buildup of the color because I store my palette in a freezer between painting sessions, which is amazing because I always have a palette ready to go. But this is like an old retired palette, my tiny one. I was just not happy about how little mixing space there is left, and I mean over time it does build up anyway, like these clumps. So I just like swap it like once a year. And he was just like mocking me, saying like, "Ha ha ha, your fridge thing doesn't work. Ha ha ha, clearly you're a dumbass. Like it doesn't work." And then he starts telling me about how I should be painting. And it's like I should be painting like a Rembrandt. Only Rembrandt is the real painting. Then I call him like close-minded, and he's like, "No, you're close-minded." And then he keeps telling me only the way the Rembrandt paints is a great way to paint. And then thank you so much for a resub. And then he tells me I would be such a great painter if only I would paint like a Rembrandt. Fuck him. And like anything you tell, he just ignores and continues to like say his thing. Blech. I don't know why I can't just like block him. And then I tell him you're a narcissist that's giving like unwarranted advice to the left and to the right. Close-minded dude that is like forcing everyone into like one thing. Art has like so many different forms, and everybody paints differently. And he tells me I'm close-minded for thinking that. Why I do keep fighting such people? Insane. I have a kitty here, yes. Ugh. I don't know. And actually, like Rembrandt, I think Rembrandt is genius, and I look up to Rembrandt so much. Wait, did I earn money for that? Get them out. Wow. But there's like there's no. It's just so frustrating because this person starts talking about a topic that are important to me, and I comment something. Thank you so much. Thank you. And I responded them because these topics are important, and then I just get like mockery. I get like yeah, like always makes me feel like I'm a dumbass for just like holy shit. At this point, like, I know more about art than this person. Anyway, why respond at all? Well, I don't know. I try not to respond, but like, I don't know. And I think deep inside of me, maybe I wanna contest him. Like, I wanna challenge him. There were conversations where I tried to prove my point, but he just never listens. He just like says one thing and he repeats it like a broken. He's been he's been repeating the same like sentences. He has his like truisms that he sheds around, and then he says that he gives truth to the people around him, and people just can't take the truth. I don't know. I can't. I really, guys, don't know. I like every time I say anything to this person, they just like find a way to mock me. Oh my god. But I just don't know why I ever make that mistake again, and why do I still get triggered? It's crazy. I should just block them. At least he doesn't give lies. This is worse. Lies are better than this. Lies are better. I swear, lies are better than whatever this shit is. Oh. And he's an older guy, so of course I'm a young idiot that knows shit. Right? Switch to these nuts jokes. I don't think he's gonna get it. Like, I don't know why I get triggered. Like, what is it? Like, there's something in me. Maybe I recognize like a daddy in him or something that I wanna earn like his approval. But literally, like, I've tried so hard, and anything he would ever say, but agree with him. I think he's exactly the type of person with whom you can only be silent and nod and applaud to everything they say, because they are this wise person that bestows like knowledge. Anyway, and I adore Rembrandt. Like, I admire Rembrandt. So that's not. Anyway, crazy. Yeah, that extremely pretty girl a few years back. I couldn't get what she liked. I couldn't get why she liked me. After a while, she told me that her now dead father was also 2 meter. Oh, I mean, it's not necessarily like a bad thing. Yeah, it's like 10 p.m. John. Like, slow daddy issues. I mean, Rembrandt died. Of course. He died like about like how many? Like, at least like 400 years ago. Rip. Yo, guys, I don't know. Like, oh, I just have this, like, I think, no, guys, like, actually, after like my encounters with like seriously narcissistic people, I know that narcissism is getting thrown around a lot. Like, everybody says that they know a narcissist, but like, I was dating a narcissist, and like, for real, textbook. Well, maybe it was not all like, but it was. Yeah, he was a textbook narcissist I was dating, and then I had like a friend who was also like, if that's not narcissism, then I don't know what is. Like, just completely crooked fucking head. So now every time I meet these kind of people, they really start triggering me. I don't know, I can't. Like, it's just depends on the gameplay. Oh, I need chocolate. Also, guys, I couldn't get my art camera to work, but I haven't tested it. Like, it didn't work after the restart, so It must be something else. Look at that cherry. Also, I was gonna go to concert to support my friend. Well, acquaintances more like, but instead I'm here, which is nice. I'm really curious, guys. If anyone has nothing to do, could you check my YouTube live stream and see if the chat is working and if I was able to set up not streaming music. YouTube did have problem with me streaming copyrighted music. So it should be silent. If I set up everything correctly, my YouTube stream should have no music. No chat? There is a chat. I can see it. There's definitely a chat. I'm scrolling back. I hear no music at all. In the YouTube, there's no music because that's awesome. It's silent. Maybe I'll plug in some Monster Cat music into it. Is there a link to my, in fact, dealt with 3 NARS and well, kind of interesting experience. Oh, you know what I say is like 3% of men are narcissistic and 98% of women have dated narcissists. I think that is getting thrown a lot, way too much. Our culture in general is like really high in narcissism, but like these cases are just like next level. They are next level. Like I get it, we're all narcissistic and narcissism is too high in general in our society, but like that stuff. Yeah, I mean, it's a great learning experience, like, but never again. Today I hit your elbow so hard. Can you give finger? Oh, yikes. Probably thought it's broken. Never getting involved with these kind of people. Like nowadays when I meet people that act narcissistically, it really rubs me off. It's hard to fall in love, not gonna lie. You're keeping yourself protected. 9 out of 10 are not narcs. I mean, as I said, like it's a scale, but like, but these people, these particular people, they are textbook cases. I look like a mommy today, guys. Shoot. Are we lagging? Everything seems to be a little bit slow. For you, it's hard. I mean, it takes like a lot of time to heal after that shit. I hope you can figure it out. Oh wow. It's the YouTube stream, I think is like nuking my CPU is like, oh my god, YouTube is like burning my CPU to the ground. Okay, I changed the encoder. Okay, that's better. That's so much better. Yeah, it was YouTube streaming was swallowing my CPU alive. Painting, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Hello, goddess. Would there be a chance to be your online dog, please? Guys, we can play a game. I'm gonna read a chat message and you guess from which platform it comes. Still bugging. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna do something. I might kill the stream. Hopefully not. Okay, it worked. I just had like another OBS instance that was stuck. With all of this multi-streaming, my PC is a bit like hanging on its last thing. Hello, lost control. Dedicated stream PC. Just gotta make sure not to add like more streams to this. The way I thought of multi-streaming works is that you just have like one OBS instance and then it's configured so it just like sends the same signals, you know? But I do wonder if I was gonna try the game, my resource is a little bit at the limit. I think it's mostly because let me see. Actually, yeah. OBS isn't even like eating up that much. I need more memory. My graphics card is free, I think. It's not being used, so I think it would be okay. Shitbox with a good CPU. Gaming is not gonna happen. They record a stream at the same time. Yeah. Wow, zombie. The video card was like the biggest drawback. We all need more memory. I definitely need more memory. My memory is sad. Okay, I want to make that chat a little bit bigger. Oh, that's perfect. Okay. I wanted to finish painting today, like a creepy girl painting. And maybe I really love the cherry painting, to be honest. I feel like I decided not to overwork it. So I mostly want to do the background and then just like add the necessary details into her face. Actually, the paint is like calm enough. I would be able to like paint on top of it. According to that artist, this painting is crap though. Everything needs to be caked up texture, like on Rembrandt's paintings. Why am I so triggered by a random person? Why? Like, it's amazing. Amazing how triggered you can be. Anything I can bring from Norway? Yeah. Anything that's not sweets? I don't know. I don't need anything Drifty Pearl. I really don't need anything. Hey, Invis. It's a real life Sandra. Yeah. Yes, it is. Big blobs of paint. I don't even like the way, I mean, you know, everybody can paint the way they know how to paint. Like literally like every artist has a different way of painting. And the whole point of being an artist is to find your way of painting. Rembrandt painted like nobody. Nobody painted like Rembrandt before or after. Boom Boom, thank you so much. Alien supporting my goals. All right, is that song request? Let's. Oh, this band. Everyone's going crazy about this band. You saw them on KeyXP and now everyone's going crazy. It sounds very Primus, like my first thought was Primus. You paint with a chest hair. You found something? You find something? Yeah, but I don't really need anything just feral, really. Some people just put their sock off them and tap the fingers. Shut the fuck up. No, his opinion is like too important for the world. Whoa. As much as like open you are to the music, TNT, like I feel like some music really flies over your head. They're doing microtonal stuff. Hey, this song. There's no camera in the painting. Yeah, because I haven't set up yet. Hello, John. Oh no, there's two Johns. John and John. This reminds me of King Gizzard, Wizard, Lizard. I mean, TNT lived right through the era of the best rock music. You gotta go. You can untrigger. Hard day at work. Aww. Enjoy your rest and. But I'm not listening. Well, the last time your gift was amazing because I really love makeup. So you can never really go wrong with that. So I would be like really happy about it. This does not really any mood. Guys, this is like a musician's music. It's basically jazz. So it's about the form. It's goofy. The mood here is kind of goofy. What Primus is doing, and but it's about playing with a form. Just hate the production as usual. Have a cigar. Oh wow, it is is this a cover? Oh shoot! I keep hearing the song "To Kill" in here, but this is kind of fun and playful. Also, I'm big when it comes to moods in songs, so I would not really like listen to this, but I know like my musician friends they love listening to this. This is their party music. It's because it entertains them. Anna. You're singing the song. Anna. Okay, let me get the painting. The Norwegian artist says, I'm stuck in my art. I will never move forward. I will never realize my potential. Meanwhile, he's been painting like naked women. But it's okay. Everybody does their everybody has their thing. I have creepy faces. He has naked women. I don't know why I keep talking about this. Nothing wrong with naked women, but like his stuff is like a pure kitsch. So is mine, to be honest. But at least like I'm not arrogant, you know? At least I'm not arrogant in a sense that I am the best. I know how everything works. Rembrandt only. Found this on the web. Oh, Siri is talking to me. Thank you, Boom Boom, for the support and for the song. Yeah, when it comes to music discussions. Yeah. Can't even argue about that. Whoa. The bass guitar literally sounds like farts, guys. Oh, that's so interesting, Vinipo. I thought Indian music has microtonalities, right? That's exciting because that means that it's novel. Because the 7-note music has been explored, right? We know the limits of it. Yeah, this is a cover. If a fixer is mechanic, a painter biologist, what? You're never gonna die. It's a girl bath water in your tub. It's weird, like, but that's the point of Primus, right? Because I mean, they are, as we all know, Primus sucks. What? What do you mean they suck? So they're not conventional artists. So they're trying to be creative, right? And being creative means stepping out of the bounds. So things that are liked, we like things that are in the bounds, in the premise, in the sandbox. This is out there. Anyway. Um, to compliment them. This guitar solo. The bass is a killer here. The painting looks almost finished. It looks like Oriana to you. Okay. Remind me to plug battery bank in a little bit. In a little while. Okay, this painting looks I kind of want to finish this one. I don't think I'm gonna do too much to it, but I just want to polish it, so bring it to conclusion. Maybe I'll put a lot of things into it. Alex, thank you. Lost in Kiev. That's an amazing, a really nice post-rock band. Putting that on. There it is. Okay, a lot of paintbrushes in the background. I'm gonna go live on this other platform. Why do I let my glow be ruined by a random creepy person on the internet? It's a mystery. Hello, Deglek. I'm good. What about you? Yeah, the painting looks pretty nice, like in even like unpainted style. The Lost in Cave, the best. Pessimists are amazing post-rock bands. Yeah, I definitely want to save this track as well. Nice. All right, let's paint. Let's paint. We don't have a ton of time. Hey, Drew, hi there. Thanks for follow. Always good. Where are you from? From Latvia. Do you know where that is? Tiny little country. Is this Ukrainian band? This is really nice. I'm gonna hear more from them. Yo, 1 hour was like just intro. It's not crazy. Streaming is all about stalling. The more masterfully you stall, the better. Everything is good. And after all, like I can only do about like 2 to 3 hours of painting before I start feeling burnt out. Actually, you know what? Everything is dry on my painting, so I'm gonna go ahead and put some transparent like layers. I do like the blue marks, but we can make it a little bit more dramatic. I have to remember to check my art camera tomorrow. I really hope I didn't break it. But it's really producing no image to the computer. That would be sad if it broke again. All shows need stalling, each minute increased value, hyper anticipation. I don't know if there is a great payoff to my streams. But yeah, a little bit of stalling. But there's probably a tipping point after which people would just start dropping off. This part is really nice. Sandra Russell Penny, rate your soul. I need chocolate. Oh my god. I ordered takeout today, but they forgot to include dessert. Although I have some pancakes with cheese. Maybe that could work. Chocolate bacon. Wait, what is actually chocolate bacon? Post-rock makes you sleepy, but maybe because it just has, it kind of takes you on and pulls you through. It always feels like riding a train or something of that sort. Don't let us keep you up. Yeah, that too. You're always like, you're free to go to sleep. Always. The other day, I was checking what categories I could stream on Twitch. And based on like statistics, it seemed like it would be a good idea to stream on an ASMR category. So what I did, I went into ASMR category and I was just, I was embarrassed it exists on Twitch. Crazy. So yeah. But there's like a lot of viewers in ASMR category. I do wonder how are half of the streams occur. I mean, it's kind of like the point of it, like to just take you on a journey and drag you through it, Laserboy. That's what Post Rock kind of does. She has my lips. I often paint like, I try to paint like faces that don't look like me, but I end up like painting them like me, and it's a typical thing artists will do. Thanks, Anthony. I came across a stream I saw. She appears to be gaming, but when people donate certain amount, she does a ASMR stream. Like ASMR streams on their own aren't bad, but like it's just the way the category looks on Twitch is I don't want to say anything. It's a bad. It's not a great thing to like talk down on other content creators, I guess, but it's I think the category is ruined. You click all my links. Hello, A-Flow. It's a good start. I don't know if I want to like overwork this painting, to be honest. Are you a painter too? I think I want to keep this like kind of very loosely painted, under painted even. When I started this, I wanted like a perfectly done artwork, but now I don't know. Like I wanted to take it to like the max limit, but I think I'm kind of liking the loose brushstrokes. Just a gym guy and gamer. All right. Yeah, why is CTC uses me some ASMR? Yeah, the music can definitely, sometimes we have like really rough tracks playing here. So it's better to just give up the category and just give them a space where the coomers to sit around. What exactly is cooming? I still don't get it. I remember I was trying to read about it, but yeah. Thank you, A-Flow. If only I could act. Wow, this sounds amazing. Okay, this is another Lost in Kiev song. Really, really pretty music. Dark Little Princess, thanks for following. Thank you, Krishan. I think in order for Twitch to ban these female streamers, they would have to enforce rules that would hurt other creators as well. If they would want to be consequential, they would have to like ban. Yeah, it's got to be tricky. Thank you, Mini Sniper. Why not listen to Mopra while painting? And who's Mopra and why? Why should I listen to it? I love listening to this. Thanks for following, Vivi. Oh, the last time we were talking. It's the last time we are talking. Wait, why? I will go and never come back. Why? So dramatic. Did your wife find out that you watch my streams? It was nice to meet you. Usually it's a good thing, guys. If people like ditch live streams and go do something real with their lives, I get happy for them. You know, it's a good thing. I used to grieve when a viewer would leave. I would experience like sorrow. You know, somebody who talks a lot in the chat and then they disappear. I would sometimes look up them on the internet to see if they're alive and what other streamer they are now watching, and I would feel a little jealousy and sadness, compare myself and wonder what I did wrong. But you know, sometimes people just get busy with their lives, and I am so happy when that happens. So feel free to ditch me. Thanks for the rose, Vivi. Look for the cover Lost. Give it a try. Amazing Singer has a few nice covers. You know, she blew up recently. Okay. I'll check out one song. She looks familiar. Oh, I liked her song Doomed, like her most followed, most listened song. Or they just like swapped to another streamer. But I do like to think that they have improved their lives when they have disappeared. This is a new one. This is better for the way I see it painting. It's emotional. Yeah, she has like a really dark aesthetic, right? Is Bro 6 months late on Marfa? Well, I didn't know that she's like a massive singer, but I really liked her most popular song. Hold on. Okay, I really want to make the lips shiny, so I'm still going over the areas and darkening things. And this is gonna be doomed. It sounds like something something one of you guys sent me over the streams. Probably you, Liz Bueno. Is this a cover? It is a cover, right? It sounds quite nice. Her voice is like so. Ah, yeah. So it's like I see, I see, I see. What else did she cover? Hello, John. Oh wow. But you missed the electronic effects. She had a little bit done, but they were like toned down. I like how like raw she is. The plot in you. The plot in you. Oh, yeah, this song. I can't see her thing on a Spotify. She only has like 3 songs on Spotify. It must be copyrighted stuff. You always hated the effects on original. Yeah, it the original song sounded a little bit like not dramatic enough. Hey, thanks for following, Eric. Thank you, John. Can I listen to it later? Because I'm just trying to paint. No, I'll check it out. Like I'm gonna save it. Thank you, Spore, for subbing. Thank you for your prime. Hey, 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 hey. Thank you so much. Ooh. I like her ugly scream. Good job. Because I'm honestly like I'm a little bit done with like I'm waiting for the trend for like overly clean production to pass so we can get back to real music. Thanks for the follow, Pineko Hider. Likewise, cause I'm always happy to be around. No hating, please. No, but yeah, I think it's a trend, but it's just like I miss when things sounded kind of real. Oh, really, Pankoi? That was like a gazillion years ago. I played League of Legends. I think I uninstalled League of Legends for the last time in 2016, like 10 years ago. Crazy. You're still playing it? Honestly, this was one of the things. This painting was meant to be an illustration on how one feels when they wake up. Okay, Boris Nastistas. When I painted this, I was experiencing belly aches. It's a painting of a belly ache. Mickey, thank you so much for follow. Whoa. My cat just like dropped like metallic ruler. I can't wait for these kind of guitars to just leave. Thank you, Alex. Thank you so much. Okay, curious what that is. This is Mick Gordon guitars. I don't know. These guitar riffs to me, they just sound ultra generic. And where's bass? Nah, this is boring. I'm sorry. Thank you, D3. That's a Spirit Box cover. That sounded really boring. Sorry, I'm like a judgmental prick when it comes to music. I try to be better, but I can't, guys. Okay, here are gonna be your song request. Look, he looked like Debbie Ryan, the painting. Or who? I mean, Courtney, like they're all really talented musicians, but it's just the trend The super clean music trend is kind of like meh. I don't know Sleeping with the Sirens. Oh. I was never a big huge fan of System of a Down. It's just like not my type of music, but I mean they're good. Can't say anything bad about them. I like moody music, guys, like ambient. The type of music that I love has like a lot of ambient texture qualities. I'm a sucker for that. Maybe turn the siren off. Pacific, thank you for follow. Celine, thank you for follow. Oh, the new song from Muse. Oh, Muse is an interesting band. I'm much less of a hater than I used to be a couple of years ago. Really? Ooh, I'm happy. I still remember. So on my stream, guys, my viewers sometimes request music and I play it. And I'm generally somewhat of a nice person, but when it comes to like opinions about music, I'm like I can be like I can be bad. Okay. So I just remember somebody like ordered a long time ago something like a Despacito or some similar song like that. They genuinely wanted to just share their passion for like nice music. But we're here like rock lovers, and I just couldn't like stop dissing that song. I never saw that person again. It probably broke their heart. Guess who? Thank you so much. I still feel so bad about it for being so mean. Can you imagine a person who's just like with joy sharing their passion, and I'm like, it's horrible. Like so it's an act of bravery to like share music on my stream and receive my feedback. And yeah. If they like the song, that's the point. Like honestly, like I think there's nothing sadder than talking down on people's passions. Like that's the worst thing you could ever do. You know? You can't really control what you like, you know? I mean, time after time you get exposed to different things and your taste might like grow, shift, develop. But deep down, like can you really control what you like? Thank you, Savage. Sometimes you can't listen to music all night. That's true. Sometimes you need quiet moments. Yo, Sushi. But the thing is, like, yeah, the person's passion might. I'm okay. I don't think it needs refinement, but even if it's not the most sophisticated, refined thing, like currently they are loving exactly that thing, and it gives them joy. But yeah, ugh, I just can't keep my tongue behind my teeth. Do you have any for sale? I sell my art. Like this is my website. Wait. So the paintings that are ready to go, you can find them there. You skipped one of my songs the other week. No! Still offended, and chat was feeling it, man. Wait, did you? I did? Can you? Oh, wait. It was. Which song was that? Maybe I was in a bad mood. It was played and you skipped it. Okay, we can play it. Can we play it? I'm in a better mood now. I'm so sorry. We can play it now. Can we play it? Sometimes I think I have ADHD, guys, so it comes with being sometimes I get like sensory overload. Okay. It doesn't help that I'm like very particular about the music that I like and I don't but in these moments of like when I'm on the edge and feeling like sensory overload, I like sometimes I just can't stand to hear something that doesn't work for me. On the spectrum, autism, maybe I'm autistic, not ADHD, but I don't know. All I know is that autistic. Wow. Is this AI music? Because the album cover looks AI. So this gotta be AI, I think. Very few listeners. Welcome to Shum. They overlap. Do you guys think I'm AI? Artistic. AI. Am I AI? Oh my god, I'm definitely I meant to say, do you guys think do I look autistic? If you would have to guess. But I tried to learn a little bit what autism is like, and it's pretty crazy. Like you don't have inner monologue, you don't feel anything, you fake feelings. But maybe that's like more extreme cases of autism. Like I don't have those type of things. My eyes are so blue. Well, I live in a land of light hair and blue eyes. We have a if you guys want yourself like a wife with blue eyes, fair skinned. Come to Latvia. We're the land of blondes and blue eyes. I'm neurodivergent, but I have an inner monologue. Hmm. This is a problem with mental illnesses, guys, that there are um general traits, but every case, every person still exhibits like a different thing. But yeah. I can say that I almost grew up on internet, guys. I didn't have like a normal socializing going on. Like in the school, I was automatically like rejected. But maybe I failed this. I don't even remember that I was given a chance to establish any. I just became friends with few people. But maybe I failed the social thing because I'm artistic. The overbearing mark is a difficulty of connecting to other people. That is the main artistic thing. Yeah, I do art coaching. Yes, I have an art studio in Riga, in a capital city. You can come and paint with me. We paint crazy cool things, to be honest. If you guys ever have questions about art, I love them, so I could talk endlessly. You got some of the spectrum to watch Twitch long enough. You gotta be in a spectrum. There's a lot better people around till everybody was put on internet. Everyone thinks they have it all. We think we have all of the problems. Yeah. Yeah. This was song requested. It does sound like an AI music. Quite sounds the voice is louder than the music. Okay. I toned it down a little bit. I'm experimenting with the volume of the music because I got a comments that apparently is like inaudible. Club party song and before. Yeah, sounds quite generic. Oh wow, Pull Me Under? But that's not Dream Theater cover, right? I was fantasizing years ago that someday on Spotify you will log in and Spotify, instead of giving you like new songs to listen to, new artists, they will generate the music for you. But that would be just so sad. I think customers are gonna boycott the AI soon. Thank you so much, calls. We got another song request. But that'd be so boring. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, maybe AI gets like so good, but even if it produces music that we really, really like, we still need new content. Like we need slightly new music. Otherwise we get kind of bored, like stuck in a loop. I'm somebody who loves like listening to the same thing over and over. But even though I need something new. Apparently this is what Adobe did, and some of the giant tech graphic design tech leaders, the route that are taking, they're gonna forbid the users to put in their platforms anything that's created with AI. And some artists are conspiring it is because all of these like Canva and Adobe, they want the artists to keep feeding them original ideas so they can continue to mash up, improve their models. Because if AI slop only eats its own slop, is gonna degenerate. It needs content to steal from, to mash things up from. So I think users might boycott all of the stuff. I don't know. Whenever I like something and then I realize that it's been AI, it kind of makes me feel a bit cheated. But I don't know. My painting looks schizophrenic style. She looks a bit to me like she's from Resident Evil, you know? Thank you for following, Lexdex. The times I follow an artist or like a song of crazy rare. You're so picky as well, man. But lately, yes, I've in the past like 2 years, it's been like less new songs. Thank you so much, Lyric Grimes. Welcome. All right, queuing that up. Tinty, thank you. People do the same stuff. Try exploring like a totally different genre. Did you end up buying card? No, I don't. Haven't made enough money for it yet. I keep looking around the car. So I live in like just suburban district, and everywhere around me, we have like nice cars parked. Not all of them, but like there's a lot of nice cars parked. And yeah, probably everybody took a loan on those cars. I guess that's the only way to drive like a nicer vehicle. I mean, I could go and buy myself like a bucket full of you know, metal bucket on wheels. But what use is that? Ah, yeah, that makes sense. Popularity contest. Thank you, Jackie. A horrible idea to take a loan on a car in this economy. You think it's ever gonna get better? Well, nobody gives me a loan, which is I would honestly take a loan. Not a big one. I would still get like a simple car, but I would take a loan if I could. But they won't give it to me because I'm like self-employed. Cars without 200K is a bad investment. Yeah, it's just like anything literally can break. My biggest fear is like going down a highway and like wheel just like rolling off and going some way. Some have properties and sell one of the property. Yeah. Healthy, strong gleam planets and lighting flashing the back of the industry. I mean, I have a plant in the back of my stream too, actually. But yeah, I don't know when with the current trend of my finances, I really just don't know when I'll be able to get the car. It's gonna happen eventually. That's one thing I know for sure. Um, is there all the issues? Yeah, like a lot of the cars in a price range that is like good for me are like 200K cars. We import like a lot of German cars that are basically Germans no longer want to drive them, and then they get like delivered here. German, Italian cars. But isn't it insane? Like Germans no longer consider them safe to drive, and we just take them on and keep going. Are you almost done? So I'm polishing this up. Like when I started this painting, I wanted to make it like very overdone almost, like just overdo it, like push it to the limit. But I quite like the way it looks, like half done sort of. This is only like 2 layers, which is usually I put a lot of layers in my paintings. But yeah, I think the contrast of like the warm and a cold tones is pretty successful, and but we'll see. Like I'm gonna put into this painting, um at least like today, I will put into it all that I can and see how it feels. I think like overdone paintings, I don't like them right now. Maybe my taste is ruined or something, but I just um when it becomes like too tight and it starts like having less of that painterly quality, I like it less. Cray hater. Falcon hater, welcome. Alvin Monken, please. They give big tax rebates to a lot of people that renew their cards. Aggressive car crashing subside on all cars compared to the rest of the. What does that mean? Like, so they discard cars? Oh my gosh. This is depressing, but I really do need to get a car somehow, sometime, one day. Maybe I'll even get like a. No, okay. I was gonna say I could get like a 1K type of a wreck for 1K and just drive it for like a year. But even to put that car on the road, like you would have to do like a lot of paperwork, right? Which would be just like more hassle. Oh, this sounds amazing. Archive puts out like a lot of good music, like, and it's all different. Is this new album? Yeah, that's new. Oh my god, I'm gonna save it. This sounds like something else. And they've put out so much music. 1K is usually down payment. I know, like we have recs that are running. My friend like Serfudge, he got his car for like 1K, I think, and he actually drove it and it was like a good looking, like an old sports car. He was driving it for years actually, but I guess he lucked out. Also, I think he wasn't doing like a daily trips with it. Everybody says this looks like Oriana. Oriana from League of Legends? The main thing, it has a valid inspection sticker. But yeah, like it's probably not worth to get like a 1K shit box for half a year, right? Damn. It can, but it's a gamble. So my friends, initially there was hopes that my friends were selling a car and they would like give it to me. But since it's kind of the economy is a little bit like not great, they decided not to change their car. So that also fell through. My problem is I need automatic transmission. Well, that makes it a bit more expensive, right? Definitely better than Bob Ross on PBS from USA. Me? No, no one's better than him. You do a 1K shitbox for a few years, just have to maintain it. I've been doing like a car sharing and been driving like really nice cars. So I'm scared of what it would feel like to drive shitbox. Your own style. Goodbye, Vilmonkin. Have a good day, Carlos. Thanks for following. So you're an artist by trade? Yeah. Art is like my is my delusion. So I want to say it's my calling, but like I I think I'm not talented. So if it was my calling, I would be more talented in it. But yeah, like in teenage years I got obsessed with art and I just never stopped. Just keep on going, keep on going. I promised myself to do this until the day I die. Even if I have years when I take break, even if I have years when I paint nothing, even if I have crisis, it's like it is my something I'm dedicated to. I feel like it's amazing to just have something that sort of anchors you because life is not infinite, it's quite short. So I just want to see what I'll be able to paint at the end of my life. Whatever you do in your life, honestly, you study the world through your trade, kind of. And what's interesting is like if you do it for like long enough, if you just like keep at it, you will discover like new depths of it. So it's this is my um this is my thing. I have an art studio in Riga where I teach art. This is something. This was like my plan. I was gonna be like 40 years old and have art studio, but I ended up like opening an art studio a little bit sooner. I guess I'm gathering experience, thinking about getting a little bit of like teachers education, at least like go through like a minimal course, because I really like working with kids, so I think I'm gonna need a little bit of education. Life is always about learning. Yeah. Do you guys have a thing like that through that, like something that you chose that's gonna go with you through all of your life? It's interesting, like being dedicated to this thing and not giving up no matter what. I have discovered like interesting, interesting. Well, obviously, I sometimes have crises where I just want to give up everything and like, but I've been able to like overcome one by one all of these crises because this is like my dedication. No matter what, I'm sticking to it, no matter how bad it ends up being, no matter how worthless is every painting that I paint. So, and I find like I talk to a lot of people, and I find that the things that I get to discover about like the process, the crises that I go through, they are all the same as in any other area in life. Like so you get existential experience through just digging to a thing, like an existential experience that is transferable for everything else in your life, for all of the other types of art. I'm working in news, you do graphics and sound, TV station. Oh, that's crazy exciting. You can cut off ear and sell more art. Probably that would work, right? No. Yeah, I teach art. Is is art getting good grades? So I teach art in like an art studio. So we just like paint whatever we want, and I can teach academics if the students like want it, but usually we try to kind of mix everything. We try to make the paintings. We just try to make cool paintings, and we learn like all the different skills and tips and tricks on the way. Um, but yeah, like my longest standing students, they get like we have 10 from 1 to 10 grading system. They get like 10 out of 10 in their ordinary schools, which is a flex. No, but they're really cool. We painted crazy things with kids. Um, I I led their ambitions to kind of go full on. So we paint like massive canvases with like acrylics. This one girl painted oil painting bigger than she is, and it's pretty impressive. Opening eyes to all the colors. Yeah. You want to get into back into painting, but everything you're saying is as fluid as a paint. Just do it. I know it's hard to get into the painting. I know it can be hard, but I've been doing it for so long, guys, that when I take breaks from painting and when I finally sit down with the brush in my hand, I have this feeling of just being in the right place. It's really good. Okay, I want to read your responses. Music. What kind of music you do? Popularity? she could buy this piece. This is going to be for sale. If you wanna have this, you can send me an email, misscookies@gmail, saying like I want this, and I will send it to you before I publish it for sale. The How to Spin rocks this week at work. Oh, so it was good, Jackie? Nice. I went to school for art and I've stepped away to get life right. Yeah, like it's always a dilemma. Like, where do you get money to do art, right? So, oh, for me, like streaming has been this kind of setup, and teaching art is something that I've always had in plans as like my way of staying connected to the art. So this last year, I've teach like more art than ever, and I think I've had like the biggest leap in my personal development, to be honest. Yeah. I try my best to like give everything that I have to the students, to the people that come to paint together. But the biggest benefactor has it has been me. The okay, maybe I'm a bad teacher, but like I taught myself so much through teaching them. It's crazy, actually. You listen to music, have a real liking for R&B and trance and electronica. Nice. Yeah. Bangernomics, philosophy of only buying shit boxes. Nice. Thanks for follow, Ghost. Hello, Art. Yeah, yeah. Like, no, it's good. It's good. It's good. It's good. But like, it's interesting how like knowledge is it also, especially with art, it it takes like years to grow. So you can, as a teacher can basically like plant seeds, and I can sometimes be way too much. Like I can, if I get excited about something, I can kind of, it's hard for me to shut up. So I think I can be overbearing, like just give way too much information. I probably need to hold back sometimes. But yeah, like because I need to understand that the information needs time to be tested. Like art is a practical thing. Like it's one thing to hear like some kind of tip, and another thing to implement it and then master it, like and then like, and only then it becomes kind of a knowledge. So never be a gatekeeper. No, my strategy is like I better like tell everything that I have in my mind, in hopes that like at least something's gonna stick around. Yo, if I had a teacher like me when I was young. But then again, like I don't have official education in teaching, right? So there's probably like limits to how much a brain can take in, you know? Self-glazing. No, 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 but like the way that art education is done, Phil, like you basically are left, you do a still life and you're left in a room, and then you're just kind of on your own. Just paint on your own. I mean, it's very important to just to do that, but nobody really like nobody really like showers you with knowledge. Nobody really does that. And once in a while they like the teacher walks by, usually like a few times during the entire class, and gives like a little tip on what usually teacher would help to see. the teacher would show like, okay, so there is more color, there's color like that, and you learn how to see. Maybe that's enough. I mean, they will develop their own style when they're out of my art studio, but in my art studio, we're there for like a very brief moment. And I do try to preserve. That's actually like very important thing for me to preserve like students' intentions, to not like model everything after my taste, to see like where they're coming from and offer them options. Uh, yeah, and I try to like encourage their unique thing, whatever that might be. Like if they like I have this one girl we're doing like this really cool alligator crocodile painting. I don't know which one, crocodile or alligator. And she just she added like a super expressive, messy like a cross hatching, and I totally like encourage her because it shows so much of her handwriting. So I just encourage her to like keep it up and double down on it instead of polishing it up, stuff like that. So yeah. But anyway, like I dance around like my students a ton. Like I accumulated quite a bit of different kinds of like knowledge. So I try to like give everything, but I think there's got to be like a limit because sometimes you probably can make the brain just boil. What is the difference between alligator and crocodile? Just the general size of them? What is your taste? Well, I kind of like this kind of art for myself. And when I teach, I also like talk about like for instance, my characteristic trait is to use like a really thinned out paint. I like layering paint. So I always keep telling like the downsides of so that the students don't start mimicking what I do exactly. But yeah, if they want to use like a thick layer of paint, like we do that as well. There's like there are plenty of downsides to like this thin style of painting. It's not the most. Ciao, Avani. Ciao, ciao. Att rida en busim. Did you get LASIK? Got LASIK and I hate it. You hate it? Oh, tell me what happened. When did you get it? Oh, boom, boom. Can you just repeat it in the chat? I'm gonna check. Sorry. Sometimes these things happen. I did not get LASIK yet. I wanted to get it at one point, and then I um did I play your song calls? Yeah. Okay. The donation came through. I'm gonna queue it up right now. Wow. Oh, this is so beautiful. Look at that, guys. Sorry if I missed Ko-Fi. The art fundamentals are easy to like. I mean, they're simple, but they need like a lot of repetition to master. So yeah, piano sound is great instrument. Brandon, thanks for following. Thank you, Nolan, for the rose. Do I enjoy museums? Sure, I do actually. I have not gone to exhibitions lately. I went to like surreal art exhibition. That was pretty nice. But yeah, of course I enjoy museums. When I travel, I always go to. I got it around 2009. I'm scared about it causing more eye issues. I should have stuck with natural glasses. It's really cosmetic and not life-saving or anything. But what exactly are you experiencing, Gary? So you think your eyes might get worse like going forward? Usually LASIK depends on how old you are, but it might last you just about 10 years before the eyes naturally start going bad again. Maybe it's not LASIK at all. Yeah, maybe it's something else. But 2009, so there are people who had like basically their lives got ruined because of LASIK. Oh, this is not real piano, it's a synth. Oh yeah, true. Of course. And the overlapping is so beautiful. Imagine the peace of sitting in a field like that and just playing. So nice. Okay, I need to get battery bank for my art camera. Be right back. Just a second, guys. Be back in a second. All right, I'm back. Oh, goodbye, Jackie. It was awesome seeing you. Take care. Your art reminds me of what I create. Oh, I would love to see your art. If I have never gotten LASIK, I wouldn't have this question about is this from LASIK or not. Yeah. I mean, man, maybe you can do like a secondary surgery. But yeah, like LASIK does not save if your eyes are on a bad trend, and there's like a lot of things that can happen to your eyes. LASIK does not like save you from never having those issues, right? So that's kind of like important to know. This is why sometimes you have to wait until you're your eyesight is like very stable for some years before you're getting it. Also, when it comes to the age, apparently this is something that I read. Like apparently around 40 years old, um, or somewhere around that time, everybody starts developing um a need for reading glasses. Like that's just something that happens, or maybe a little bit later. I don't know. So basically, this is kind of an argument for getting LASIK like earlier to enjoy more years. It's just with the age, eyesight inevitably starts to change, and you might either need like another surgery, and it might not be as efficient because like you have less. It's just something to do. Thank you so much, Laser Boy. Thanks. Putting that on. There's just something to do purely with the age. So does your night vision? Yeah. Anyone else had that LASIK happen done? I was ready to do it, but I then I started reading on Reddit about like all the cases, all the scenarios that went wrong, and I got terrified. Although I know so many people who have done it and are happy about our results, but oh my God, if I lose my eyesight, I don't want to live. I'm so well, okay. Well, I don't know. I don't know how I'm gonna do it. Like, your mom got LASIK, and what is the success rate? So the thing is, that I do a checkup in 3 days or in 2 weeks, depending on the procedure you had. And usually, during this time, everybody sees improvement. Like everything is healed, so you're registered as a success rate. Yet over time, like people start noticing like crazy glares. Some people would not be able to drive at night anymore, because all of the lights would be just crazy big stars, things like that. Like the side effects and then dryness. There's this one guy who did like a LASIK story on YouTube, and his eyesight is completely wrecked. Like his life quality is deleted. But like apparently the bad cases with the LASIK are also cases where doctors didn't do their job, and basically they operated on the eyes that were never that should have never qualified. So at least that's what the mighty Reddit talks about. This is scary. I know this is really stupid, but sometimes when I hear like when I hear like a health rumor, I like to double check it with what people talk about in Reddit, or if you know if there's like I've read like about like really good vitamin advice on the internet, like things that you would not really hear from the doctors. This is sad, but like somehow it is like very efficient in gathering experience knowledge, but also like it often like talks about very negative experiences, horror stories. Yes, you don't want to blame your doctor. Hmm. Thanks for following Alberto and Until Avalanche. Yeah, some people have super sensitive eyes, true. And wearing glasses for no reason is not wearing spending money. Wearing glasses for no reason. Oh, your mom liked wearing cool glasses? Yeah. It becomes a habit. But you know, I wear glasses and I have glares when I drive in the darker times. Anyway, I'm gonna risk it. It can be that bad, right? As long as your eyes qualify. The first time I went through um investigation of the eyes, so they do like they spend almost like 1 hour and a half investigating your eyes, like testing different things. I had insanely diluted pupils after that. It was quite hard to see actually with crazy diluted pupils. But yeah, I was on an acne medication at the time, so they didn't didn't approve me. I had to I had to wait until it clears because it really dries out your skin. So that's good news that they're not just like money hungry and are willing to take in any patient. Apparently everything else was like I had like good parameters. I think I would be okay because I'm very sturdy. I'm not a fragile. I'm kind of like big, chunky. I have like thick skin. Um, so I'm thick, oily skin, or I don't know. I feel like I would be okay. I should be okay unless the doctors find something. She's seen evidence of too many horror stories. She's actually seen it. It's never permanent. Well, that's because your eyes keep changing, right? Thank you, Jason. Is it true that they basically they cut up like the cornea, right? So they kind of instead of it being smooth, they kind of like crazy. They keep the dry eyes. Dry eyes is like very common. Yeah. But I literally like met a lot of people who said like it's a great thing and they're absolutely like happy about it. Scary stuff. Yo, have you guys heard about like um contact lenses that you put in overnight and they are supposed to correct your eyesight? Have you heard about that? That sounds really high tech. Sounds impossible. I think they're called like a night lenses. Can you get those in Temu? It sounds like a scam, right? Because like how? Oh, so you had like a smile LASIK. Surely FDA approved. I mean, it sounds like an impossible thing. Nah, there is no sense. How would that work? I want to try to make her lips shiny. Nasty eye infection. Honestly, yeah. Sounds like I said something that I dreamt up like just now that I'm telling you. Oh, what the heck, popularity? This painting, Jason, it always like surprises me. Um, like most people would never hang this kind of art at their place, right? It's very specific. But I know that to some people this is exactly the perfect thing. Thank you, Randall, for following. Cool, the light reflects on a paint. Yeah, the painting keeps changing. Actually, like some of my paintings, they look best in the environments that I paint. So I don't paint with the daylight. Um, Sometimes these works depends on the type of colors that I used, but like sometimes in a daylight they do not show up in the best way. So these kind of environments, and I have a lot of colorful light all over my apartment, and especially I have this one corner where I keep like reddish light, and when I hang like my red paintings there, they get like enhanced. It's almost like they get extra effects. I had this like one painting that would even almost like change the facial expressions depending on the type of light you shine on it. Blue, red. It's pretty cool. Speaks a lot of emotion. I hope you don't feel like this. Do you take commissions? I'm really slow with the commissions, but if it's a commission that's close to my style, maybe that can be faster. But yeah, I'm open to commissions, but have to talk about like each. I will try to steer the commission into this sort of style. If you're down for like some dark art, then hit me up. I would love that. I would love that, to be honest. I usually get like really stuck on commissions that are not like my style, just not too far from my style. Yeah, oils. I always paint in oils. The queen of the paint. You guys can always like send me an email. The technology for LASIK is amazing, but if I could do it again, knowing what I know, I think I would do it. Um, Thanks for sharing like your experience, Gary. I hope sometimes it can be redone again. Like I hope you can get to the bottom of like what's up with it. I love this puzzle contact lens overnight, and it got so dry that was sticking to my like. Guys, I tried contact lenses, but I couldn't even handle. I was constantly uncomfortable in them. I couldn't handle even like a day. Is this your song request? Yeah, sounds like a thick bass. You don't like laser. I want to get LASIK, but I'm scared of course. I'm scared. My eyes are like my everything, but I've been painting for like so long in these circumstances are I don't know if they're like so bad, but this is not like a bright light situation. Rare song I would like. It's so minimal. You have self-esteem issues, so getting cosmetic surgery didn't fix the issue. Oh, so you think that the harm is like psychological? My problem with the lenses was that I have astigmatism, and I don't know. I kind of I kept wanting to go get my eyes checked with another doctor because I think she measured my eyes off. I think because she got me lenses and she told me they are the best thing that they can do, the closest that she cannot give any more correction. Basically, that recipe was the best that's possible for my eyes. But the problem was I was feeling like constant strain. one thing is getting used to it, how it feels. That's another thing. I think I could have gotten over it. But every time I looked at my phone, I saw like double. Everything was double, and it was just so uncomfortable. It was. I felt like tension in my eye, like it's trying to compensate. So I really did not like that. I just like I walked for days in those lenses, and I just kept feeling like something's just not right. Like there's tension in my eyes. My eyes felt like really tired. I don't think there's anything to hate about the song. It lasts more than a day. Yeah, it was. It just and I inserted those lenses correctly. Like I know that with astigmatism, you have to like align. Welcome back, Tinty. You hate the song. It's required to hate on this song so he can have like exclusivity rights. No, I did not put them in backwards. Although once maybe I did. You know how it is, like when you're just starting out with the lenses, you sometimes you don't usually immediately get them in right. Like some mornings it was like hell. I was almost like giving up on putting them in. The funny thing is when I was in a doctor's office, I was I put them in like really quickly, so there was like a whole teaching procedure. But on my own, like I struggled plenty. But yeah, something wasn't right. I think I don't even know about, but at this point I don't know if I wanna mess with the lenses anymore. Like I really wanna get the LASIK. Good evening, Mayor. Hi there. I miss what I lost. Hmm. I mean, that's okay. You have to accept what you are, Gary. I have tattoos that I regret, but there, it's just whatever. Like, what's important is inside of us, you know? Who you are. Thank you so much, Laser Boy. So just accept who you are anyway. Like, you know, even if you wouldn't get any surgeries, you you don't know. Like, the age changes us, right? Like, don't be hard on yourself, dude. Everybody's somewhat unhappy with something about themselves. Like everybody has insecurities. I had a long I had a long path I walked till I arrived to like self-acceptance. One of the okay, guys, don't judge me for this. It's a bit like an evil thing. Maybe it's a bit of a psychopathic, but I've not really used it against people, okay? So sometimes what I've done, I would look out at any, especially like successful person, and I would study them for their flaws and weaknesses. I know that sounds like a thing a psychopath does, but I would not like use it. To me, it was like I used to connect with people through their trauma a lot, through their pain, and to me, it was like a way of like finding the human aspect of them. I had this idea that our pain is what makes us human. Um, I read like Victor Hugo when I was growing up. So to me, he was like a humanitarian, and he would talk about like crazy, painful stories in his books, and it kind of became like my compass for recognizing humanity. So this is what I used to do. I would look for the flaws even in the most like precious, flawless people, and I would not use it against them. To me, it would be to me it would be the key how I um basically everyone is a miserable, even if you're trying to be like a cool badass dude, we're all like a miserable beings that need each other, are miserable on our own. And I think that like that our pain and our like human condition is like the great equalizer, from which I that has helped me like so much to like accept myself, and I would accept everyone around in their weakness. And like it sounds a bit like an evil thing. So when I would feel insecure about the art, I would look at the artists that are really proud of their bad art, or I would look at the people that are full of, thank you. I would look at the people who are full of flaws and are going through the life and are, you know, doing things in life. I would look up to that, and I would, yeah. So I think you get what I'm talking about. So it sounds a bit like an evil thing, right? Just get into the world and be on a lookout for everybody's weaknesses. It's probably because I felt weak, so it's how I found like a way to relate. So, yeah. This is why I never was like a starstruck by anybody, like because I would always have um I believe that all of us are equal, like down there. I know that not all of us believe in that, but I think that like at a fundamentally we're equal. We all are. A lot of people disagree with that. Like would and I mean it's just you could talk about it like is Albert Einstein like more valuable than a Ted Bundy? I don't know, serial killer. I do get angry at like people who cause evil. I think people who cause like pure evil are corrupted, lost cases, and I think they would need to be isolated of society, of course. Sounds religious, spiritual, almost. Yeah, this is very much Christian narrative. So, I would look at somebody like Ted Bundy as like a nature error, um, corruption, somebody who doesn't fit the current society. Maybe there is a type of society where someone like Ted Bundy would be like the best thing, but like he just does not fit our society. He causes harm. And yeah. As an artist, your work is beautiful. Hey, thank you. Would love to see your art as well. There's plenty of research on this. Yeah. I mean, there's like a malfunction of the brain. Like some people are just born off. Yeah, 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 yeah. So it's just a nature of or error. So they basically have their, how people have fetishes. So these like serial killers have like, it's just their brains are wired in an unconventional way. So graphic art. Oh, no empathy. Yeah. What we need to work on them is to identify and help them. Can we help them? But I mean, if they're aware of their urges, I watched like interesting interview about a sociopath. It's a woman sociopathic, and she talked about how she manages her sociopathy. She seemed to be like quite like really, really, really self-aware. So basically, it's really interesting. So she lives with a feeling. Thank you, Anthony. Oh, that's a lot of roses. So she lives with basically almost, she described it almost like a bar in the back of her head, like that keeps rising. So a pressure that keeps rising in her body, and then she needs to act out and do something antisocial. Otherwise, like if she does not act to release the steam, then it can grow to reach like psychotic levels. When a person goes into psychosis, they no longer control their emotions, and they are amplified, and you know, people can do horrible things when you go to the state beyond. But yeah, so this woman said that she got a pretty good feeling of her like sociopathic tendencies. So she had like her rituals. She would like steal a car, like break into the car and drive it off somewhere. Break into, like in a neighborhood, she would break into the apartments and steal like a little thing. And these things would keep her steam off. So literally a need to act out antisocially. I knew a person, actually, I was friends with them. Like I would sometimes see that they would also itch. They would be like, they would get like restless, and they would want to do a little bit like they would want to be mischievous. So that's probably what it's like. Hey Costa. The uncles tell people actually ask for death once they are in prison because of them is the only solution escape they have. Yeah, it's yeah. But a lot of them also talk about what they've done in happiness, like they have. We're all lesser compared to God is humbling. It's bottomless pity keep feeding can control some degree, but eventually takes over crazy. Imagine. I have been driven to the point of like where I lose my mind. So I think like a sane person should never let them go there. I didn't do anything, but if I would persist to get into this psychotic, like distressed state, I just can imagine that that I don't know, if you mix in like alcohol or like something worse, then I can imagine how like some of these like some of these ugly scenarios happen, basically. Some of them could have been saved. But do we need to? I don't know. Stealthy Archer, hey. I think it's a big risk to rehabilitate really dangerous individuals that are proven to be dangerous. But yeah, yeah. That's the problem. We can't really catch prison. We can't catch them backwards, right? Also, like thinking that I can't know about other people. Other people could be God, and they're lesser. Hmm. Yeah, their brains are wired different than ours. And when I watch like a movie where there's a serial killer who does it for the pleasure, for the, like, I just I get so angry, honestly. I think when you are so broken, I don't think you should take up like space in a society when you're broken enough. Humans are horrible. Like, they can do like crazy harm. It's a hopeless task. I mean, it's good for the society to study them because like we get better at recognizing them, and maybe some can be rehabilitated. As someone who spent years feeling off and hating it, I can only imagine how terrible it is. Permanent state of mind you can't fix. The small victim potentially prevent people from being serial killers. Or the serial killers can get better at hiding. Thank you, Zombie. Crazy people love this kind of art. Thanks for following as well. Thanks for following Mr. J. We can profile them to help us identify others. Yeah. No Country for the Old Men. It was incredible. I don't know. To me, they just make me like super angry, like because their motivations of harming others never make sense. They just enrage me. Like nothing makes me more angry than people who think that they're somehow like they're greater than you and I can just do whatever. I mean, your answer to all of my questions would be God related. I know all of those answers because I've had so many religious discussions. I know how Quran or Christianity would answer these questions. But yeah, I'm still an atheist. Can't do anything about that. I'm hopeless atheist. Still an atheist. For an atheist, these questions are not resolved. For an atheist, these are like social issues that we're discussing, right? So it's a process, which I think is a little bit more helpful than just thinking that just assuming that everyone is good and great. I mean, their soul might be saved, but what do we do about the safety of society, you know? Thank you so much, someone. Thank you, JJ. I assume that's JJ. Those are a little bit different questions, right? What happens to their soul is their business. How are they going to answer to God about what I've done? If there is God, is their business. My business is how do I live in a society. A lot of justice systems are not focused on rehabilitation but punishment. There is some good rehabilitation attempt. I'm back. Yeah. I almost didn't stream today, guys. I really wanted to go to concert, but I missed it now. A friend's band is doing like a big show. I think it's an album presentation. Got even invitations. They try to like have everyone attend. You should have gone. This looks pretty fun, to be honest. But I got some videos from the venue, so it feels like I kind of went there. To be honest, like before clicking like start streaming, I was still debating, should I go? Sure, did the stream. Should have, would have, could have. No, but I'm happy to be here. Tomorrow I'm gonna have a performance, guys. I will not stream it, but it's just gonna be one song. Looking forward at. So I will not be able to stream though. Aw. Will I sing Tanarel? No, I will be singing a duet, Rebel Yell by Billie Eilish. So it's gonna be part of like a festival. There's a lot of different singers, so I'm only there for one song. Bitch. Listen, remember we were talking about it. This is like where the normies are gonna go. Tanarel is not gonna work. Like it's also like the party segment. We need to bring on the party. It has to be like a party music. Loud and fun. Tanarel is not it. I can sing Tanarel on stream. I think it only works on stream. Honestly, it would be really cool to do like a karaoke stream with some like nice lights here. And just like sing these songs. That would be pretty fun. It's not based on me, Dallas, but it always like artists do this all the time. They imbue whatever they paint with their own features. It's kind of like a sickness. А я не из России, но из Латвии. Но наполовину русская. Наполовиночку. Мама была русская. Plus the backing track. Yeah, I just need to set the mood right. And label it as a karaoke stream right here on stream. And then there would be like no expectations of it being like perfect performances, you know, which they are not going to be. That'd be pretty fun, right? Who else would be doing it? I would do it with you guys with the stream. I think that would be the best. Besides, I don't have anybody who like enjoys karaoke. Victoria used to enjoy karaoke, but I don't know. It would be best to just have like a do it together with you guys. If we do it at home karaoke. Calls has a great voice, to be honest. Is there a thing I'm not satisfied with in life? I try to be grateful emotions. I've been learning gratefulness. Yeah. I have constant drive of what I want. There's a lot of things. I'm not. The thing is, like, if I could, I could be unsatisfied about everything in my life. Goes back to what I was saying earlier. Like, I can find so many flaws in every little everything. But I try to be grateful. I try to accept things as they come and as they are. I try not to steer life too harshly. Just let things be a bit. But yeah, like there's a lot of things that are not working out the way I hope they are. But if I look at a different perspective, yo guys, like 30% of entire world has running water, access to running water. 30%. Think about it. 30% of the people in the world have access to running water. Now try complaining again. You know, it's a matter of a perspective. So nowadays, I think a lot. I think a lot about everything, and I realize that things are playing out in my life one way or another. I see that it makes sense that things play out certain way. I try not to do dumb things or disrespectful things to myself, so I try to live in good conscience. So at any given moment, I'm like, I look at my life and I'm like, okay, so things could be better, but like, this is where we are, and like, this is also good. We have running water. I have warm water. I have like everything, guys. Like, the misery of others makes me feel better. I mean, it is evil, but like, it can give you perspective that things are not so bad. I'm too busy with my first world problems to give a fuck. We have other type of problems, right? So, and the thing is, like, life will never be perfect, and like as I said, I have this drive of constantly like going forward. I'm a little bit restless, so you could be under a bridge. Maybe under a bridge is not so bad, to be honest. I don't know, like, I bet it's not great, but so, but yeah, I either, so I evaluate my life, so, and I realize that maybe I want that thing, but it's not really that important. Or I realize if it's important, then I try to make steps and analyze what I could do to get closer to the place where I'm happy about it. So yeah, complain nonstop. Yeah, I don't know. I think we come from a cold climate, so we constantly need to be on a move. Like, there is no such thing for the people from the north. There is no such thing as living in a moment. Living in a moment is gonna kill you. Like, you have to be looking, where's the food, hunting. You have to be chopping wood. You're literally, you cannot afford to sit and relax because you're gonna freeze. The weather conditions here and where my ancestors lived are brutal. So I think I see this drive of constantly wanting to go forward and do something with your life. I see it as that thing. If you think about it, like, the Western world is what invented all of the advancements in the science. It's probably because of the very same drive. Is simply we're just not gonna even survive a winter. We rely on technology. You've been interviewing some other positions. Nice. They made me they made me wait whole last weekend not knowing stuff and saying no on Monday. Ah. Eh. Well, maybe they didn't know that it was gonna be no. Is she crying because, well, I painted her when she was having like a belly ache. When I was having belly ache. IRL Russier move, look around, kill pigs. Yeah, so I think like the Nordic countries have a lot of potential built in them. We also have, imagine like in a south, guys, in Indonesia, they have 4 harvesting seasons. We only have one, and if we screw up, we're ruined for a year. We're gonna starve. It's really no joke. It's crazy. So I think it's nice to understand, like, where is all of that restlessness stemming from, in order not to try in order not to start like tearing apart. Because I think if you're not building things and if you still have that restless energy, you will start tearing apart, right? It's good to know that. The downside is that we can never really rest and be still. But the upside is that, well, we thrive in when we invent things. I don't know. I actually come alive when I'm searching. Like, state of searching is like my favorite state. I thrive, like, I feel alive. That's when I feel alive. Thank you so much, Laserboy. I queued it up. Thank you, Nerdy. It's a bitch mood to send such a vague notification Friday afternoon. I think they were still making decisions calls. Oh, wait. You think they're gonna give you feedback? It's a good song. All right. Looking forward to hear it. Is she crying because she can't speak? Well, I looked at honestly, like I would like to for you to make your own like explanations about her. Because whatever I'll make it to be. I don't want to take it away from your interpretation. I would say like your interpretation of what's happening with her is more important. And it's more interesting than I could come up with my intention, to be honest. Hey, Cyberfisher, thanks. Feedback on your interview? Aw. Hey, but good on you for trying. Like maybe you can adjust those things. Try imagine this perspective as metaphorical meaning. Float like ice in a stream of silver. Yo, dude, I don't want to say anything bad, but that sounds schizophrenic. And I mean, I like art and artistic, like unorthodox ways of thinking, but like that stuff makes only sense to you. Good night, Thomas. Good night. I'm sorry. Thank you, Cyber. Welcome. Sounds like Sleep Token lyrics. Honestly, yeah. It does sound like lyrics. If you should just start like writing poetry because that would make like good poetry. Or you could write something like Nietzsche wrote Das Spoke Zarathustra, which is it's completely schizoid, that book. I wonder it was Nietzsche writing it when he was like descending into the madness. I think so. Like it has a very schizoid like logic. I used to write poetry. Nice. I mean, that kind of odd logic is kind of necessary for poetry. It would be a much better application than trying to confuse like your streamer. Wow, this track is amazing. Guys, we're listening to an artist called Solar Fields. They're incredible. They make these vast space cosmic electronic tracks. Hello, Zyro. They sound amazing in the production in the headphones, right? This music, this artist really reminds me of when I played Subnautica. I loved Subnautica. Solar Fields, Solar Fields. Uplifting quality. Yeah, it has like it really feels like Subnautica to me. Vin Monkian, I think what you're saying is like very interesting, but you have to also understand I only glance at your message and I have like 2 seconds to comprehend your riddle. It's it's really difficult for me. So and you're presenting like you're presenting your personal logic. Yeah. So it needs like a lot more context and I would probably have to talk to you. Yeah, you definitely have like your own style of thinking, which is not is just impossible for me to get into it. Like the 1 second that I glance at your message, it's like I cannot like immerse myself into it. The mix is very centered. Steven Wilson just released like some kind of. I actually really want to buy it. Like he released some kind of live thing that he mixed for Dolby Atmos. It must be amazing. I don't know if my speakers would be good enough to like enjoy. I think I'm gonna buy it. It's 15 euros. This music has the perfect level of chaos. Yeah, yeah, it's quite satisfying. Yeah, this one definitely has like more going on in different layers. But solar fields is not mixed flat, you know, like it's not just like one plane. It's good, still good. Thank you for follows, Touche and Hider. If you had a choice to be born in a country, would you choose the country that you're living in? No, but no, of course not. I mean, what is this statistic? Every third person could have been born in India, right? So compared to that, like this is not bad. I could have been born in Africa and I've been dead of Ebola. So if you say so, Kaiser, thank you. You love the sound of my miss. Aye, thanks. Completely random girl. I would love to be born in Norway, guys, because they just have the best social security. I'd be able to like paint carefree, probably. Or like Switzerland. I don't know what else. I would love to be born into a country with the perfect social system so that I can paint. But then again, like if I was born anywhere else, like I wouldn't be what I am. So it's not like I get to keep this. I don't get to keep like my stats, my current self, and be born in a different thing because environment has a massive impact on you. It costs now. Germany is amazing. Well, yeah, in Germany you can pretty much get away with not working. But in Norway is pretty cool. Like, oh, that was a nice pause in a song. I just wouldn't be me if I wasn't born in Eastern Europe. That's just it. Like it would be just a totally different person. Oh, you know what? I would love to be born in a rich family in America, to be honest. But not a poor one. As long as it's a rich family. That would be pretty cool. Tell me all. Okay, I'm not religious, guys, but they say that there's a theory that kids choose their parents and they choose where to be born. I've been, I, I don't know, like it just kind of came across to me that like some moms would share testimonies on how their kids, before age of 5, they would talk about how they chose them, and they would talk about like random wise things almost as if they are old souls. If that is true, then we actually chose exactly this spot to spawn in. So what do you guys think about that? Let's imagine for a second that it's true, that you actually picked the very spawn point. What do you think about your choice? Well, I think I chose very well then. Nice. Reincarnation, we just don't remember past life. In Islam, say Allah chooses our parents for us. Hmm. I must have missed that when I was born. So what do you guys think? Like, so I'm very happy where I chose to be born. You should watch a movie, Mr. Nobody. Oh man, that was my favorite movie for ages. They talk about that there as well. I disagree. If I had a choice, I would have chosen to be in a very wealthy family and not care about anything. But what if they also say that we come here to have many different experiences and that, you know, wealthy families probably have their trade-offs, right? And maybe it's just too easy. I don't know if it's easy. I don't know. I grew up never struggling, but I also never had dad. So yeah. Well, I grew up struggling, so never had dad. And I also never really had mom because she was so busy working. She was never emotionally present. So I think it's not about your dad just like failed to be a dad. It's not about him working too much. It's an excuse. Stacy Richard, hi. Thank you for following. You can also be an impact and presence in somebody's life, even if you've been like maybe time wise you're there rarely, but the moments when you do get to be together, they can be so impactful. You can never replace time with money. It sounds like an excuse. He would much rather run himself into the ground. Yeah. What about now? Do you have like better relationship now that he's done? Oh, he's old and become an empty shell. Yikes. That sounds sad. Yo, maybe it's not too late to have a relationship with him. To know. Spark a joy. For as long as a person lives, like there's yeah, that sounds really sad. Thanks for the follows, guys. How do I buy one? So this painting will be for sale when it's finished. You can send me an email. Misscookies@gmail. So it's my username at Gmail. If you're really into it. Otherwise, I will publish it on my site when I finish it. Thanks for all the follows. Yo, I'm so shocked like that TikTok likes my dark art. I'm actually just shocked that people like my dark art, you know? I have I have a long I've been on internet for a long time. And I started off by painting video game inspired art. By the way, there's one painting that I really want to finish, which is video game inspired, or even two. So, but anyway, and for the longest time, I was really afraid to paint whatever I really like to paint. I was really scared of painting my own like weird things because people wouldn't approve of them. But like, it's so surprising because you can imagine the general reaction to this kind of art, you know. I have an art studio in a city where I live in Riga, and I had this like one student. Turns out she was like she was she's a believer, so she looked around the studio and she was like she actually tried not to look around the studio. And my art studio doesn't even have like crazy paintings, but they kind of are like dark symbolism. A little bit like, it can be kind of gloomy. And she was like freaking out a bit. Had a hard time even looking at them. Can you imagine? This is oil paint. I do oil paint. Oil. Thanks for being around, guys. That's so cool. You love it so much. I recently listened to this kind of podcast by three philosophers. I really like philosophy. I even went to university to study philosophy. I was not able to finish it, but I still learned so much. So anyway, these guys, they were talking about dark art. I really like that. They talked that this like whole dark art thing is a special. I'm gonna try to translate it from Russian. What would be the good word for it? But it's basically a special way of perceiving the world. Special sensibility, a type of sensibility. Type of sensibility would be the best way to describe it. So it's when you basically adapt, like take on a set of aesthetic like principles that help you kind of feel and connect to the world. And you see like the darkness. It's almost like yeah, it's really we have like dark movies, dark philosophy, dark music, so dark style to dress in. So there's like it's like a whole darkness. It's like a whole way of reading. It's like the starting point through which you read the world. I mean, Laserboy, you are a different person. Like we come from our parents, but like you have different experiences, so you're gonna have a different thing. Why do you hate looking like your dad? Maybe start loving it. You know, now that I have lost access to my grandparents, to my mom, if I would get a chance to like sit down with them again, especially with grandparents, like I'm so curious about learning what my grandparents were like, but I lost them when I was still like a kid. But now if I would get down to sit down with them, I would ask like completely different questions. Um, I would want to learn about what they think about this or that. I found this letter that my grandma's friend sent to my grandma, and it had a description of my grandma when she was young. I knew my grandma; she has given up like on so many things. She she was in her garden 24/7. That's all I remember. And she gave up on dressing up. She was like she just didn't care about like clothes and any of that. And it was interesting to read what she was like when she was young. I recognize a lot of myself in my grandma, actually. Apparently, like she was a very passionate person. She was really into arts and aesthetics, and she would tirelessly. Um, she loved like explaining things to her friends, either about art. She was lit- Russian literature teacher. She was quite educated. So yeah, I knew nothing about the grandma that I knew. It was nothing like that. But it sounds a lot like me, in a lot of ways. So, and I recognize like in a lot of things I recognize parts of my dad, and it's just so interesting to like see that. It's yeah. I really like to entertain the thought um, that I am actually a lot of things, like expression of the environment, expression of the genes and my ancestors. Um, and only like the lesser part of it is me, you know. I like to entertain that kind of thought. But yeah, if I could just spend a day with like my grandma, I would be just so excited, and I would ask so many questions. Like a conductor of energy, sort of. Yeah, 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 yeah. But there is definitely like an individual aspect about us. But like as I said, I'm I used to not have like a strong sense of self, so I used to be like very nihilistic about idea of identity. But now not so much. But I still don't know like how much of it does even exist. I feel that with my roots. It's so interesting. It would be so curious to know, like, so we think we are like our grandma. I think that I am like my grandma, but my grandma would be like many other people that came before. Anyway, thank you a lot, Tinty, putting that on. Crocus. Oh, wow. I just ate a little bit of paint. I hope I don't die. Yikes. Home for my grandma. Wow. Okay, guys, for the first time of my streaming career, I actually tasted paint. It's not great. Thank you, Push Junkie. Hey. I know you're not supposed to eat it, but like I just sometimes hold the brush in my teeth. Plastic at home. It's not good. Yeah, you love your grandpa so much growing up. It was spend time after schools. My parents told me at 25 he was serial abuser. I mean, he wasn't a serial killer, was he? Maybe that's why you got along with him so much. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna try to make the lips shiny. Oh, this music is so pretty. This entire album is nice as well. Thank you guys so much for all the follows. So it tastes like I can't. So I can feel a little bit of turpentine taste, but then there is like a taste of. It's really hard. It kind of tastes how glue, furniture glue, smells. But I feel like it has metallic like sheen to the taste. Ever create with pastels? Yo, I found like the most gorgeous pastels that are made in Russia. I have relatives in Russia, and if I end up like visiting Russia, I will buy the heck out of them. Oh my God. Because honestly, pastels are so hard to work with. But those pastels, they make them so many like nuanced tones. The problem with the pastels is that they come, even when you get like a set of 100 pastels, they're going to be way too bright. So you need to work a lot to break down the color, or else like everything is just too colorful. They're like very unnatural colors. I love working with a graphite. Sometimes I go sometimes I go on periods where I just like do drawings. So I end up like drawing, and then I usually like one medium is like not enough for me, so I start like smearing. I start smearing things, introducing like different types of media. I kept thinking like a Pink Floyd song would start. It had a comparable like an intro. Wait, JJ, what was this song that I skipped last time? Happy Friday. Good to see you, Carl Young. You hated it? Well, maybe I would allow it today. I feel so bad. Do you want to play another song in return? Thank you so much, Laser. Yeah, oil painting. That's the medium yet to establish myself in. The oil. Oil is the queen, guys. My suggestion, of course, you do all what you want to do, but like get to oil as soon as you can. The reason why you have to practice with other types of paints is that a beginner will like move paint around a lot, and if you do that with oil, like unless that's the intention, you'll just like you'll just create a mud. Yeah. So oh no. I've got like I got my sleeve painted. So yeah, you'll create a mud. So you want to get to the oil as soon as you can though, because it's the queen of the paint. The queen. The way I did it, I painted for 1 year with gouache, half a year with acrylics, and then the oils. Never looked back. I still remember. Yeah, I still remember the first time I took the brush and I was like sliding it down. It was so smooth. It was addicting. I fell in love. It was like a You're teaching yourself to tattoo. I learned how to do tattoo as well. The competition in the tattoo business is insane, but I love doing tattoo. If I would have to do like a bread earning job that is artistic, I would love it to be tattoo. But it seems to be so difficult right now. In my country, all the tattoo artists are struggling. Yeah, I do sell art. If I never sold art, I would be hoarding all these canvases. I already have too many. So everything that I finish and that is decent, I put out for sale. You can check out my website. Would you say your approach to oil painting is ideal or go straight oil? I mean, it's up to you. If you don't have any skills in drawing or painting other medium, like oil might be like a hassle. It could be a bit too much. And the biggest disadvantage is as a beginner, you will be moving around your paint. Like the more experience you get, the more precise you are about your placement. You're like you just place a brush and you're happy with that, right? A beginner will like move it around, and I've seen it times and times again. The result would be just like we were painting with this one guy. It was his first painting. He did oils. He tried to paint a mountain. In the end, he ended up with like a gray-green canvas, evenly with a color evenly distributed. Yeah, so you kind of have to. It's better to know like the process. Otherwise, like oil is also it can be like messy, right? So you touch it and then it like bleeds everywhere. It can feel overwhelming. So I would suggest like I think gouache is underrated. Gouache is like really fun and easy to work with, and you can work on paper. Just kind of gotta get to a point where you know how like paint works, like how it mixes, because oil is gonna be the same colors. So you'll save yourself a lot of frustrations. But of course, you could also jump right into it. Like, who am I to tell you? But yeah, you just got gouache. Gouache is great. Honestly, it's great. It was very trendy in our community, gouache. But oil paint ultimately is the best because you can do everything with it. Um, Trying to paint in one layer is tricky. That requires like more skill. But if you're doing it in layers, it's great. TNT needs a hug. Aww. TNT, we love you. Did something happen, TNT? Thanks for the money. Oil paint feels like getting stuck in a mud. Did you do that? Yeah, so layering is what I do with the oils. So I just let the oils have the most plasticity. The great thing about the oils, it never changes the color. What you mix, what you put on is what is gonna stay. All other mediums, they change color, which which is so annoying. So the real painting, I think, starts kind of with in oil. The painting is about dancing in 30,000 different hues um of like one color, and you can keep exploring them. So you can mix up like million variations. Acrylics, they force you to work like really fast because things will dry before you can get into new ones. But yeah, anyway, I can talk about these things endlessly. But acrylics are still a good thing if you wanna get things done quickly. Either way, good luck. Give yourself time. It takes. I always believe it takes about like 20 years to get good at painting. So that's what I believed in. Thank you so much, JJ, for the song request. I'm putting it on. The most important thing when you're learning anything, find a way to have fun, guys. Paint what you want to paint and protect your passion for it, honestly, because everything else doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you learn how to do art the right way if you will have zero passion left after your education. So it's worthless. Who's playing music wise? So this is Falling in Reverse. This is a crazy song, like compared to God is a Woman. That's the same band, right? God is a Weapon. God is a Weapon. God is a Weapon. You use acrylic now? Okay. Feel free to ask me about like art questions. I'm very geeky, guys. You'll have to you'll have to pray that I shut up if I love um I love talking about it. Thank you, Tamarin. Your song request is that from that film. Wait, is this your song request now? Yeah, movie Clarks. Aw, Kurt Volley, thank you. You find this too much cartoony? I mean, it's okay. Like everybody has everyone's got their own like thing. Yeah, maybe this is a bit cartoony. Yeah, honestly, like that's why art is like really cool. Like there's bazillion like styles and variants. Thank you, Guardian. Um, the camera kind of renders away a little bit as well. I mean, if this would look totally real, that would be creepy, right? Like you hope that this is cartoon because like why would you have like the black stuff? Actually, this could be just like a goth mommy taking a shower. You know, she's just like washing off her makeup is like running and she's washing her hair and it just somehow got into her mouth. You know, happens to all of us. If your hair is long enough. Could be just a casual little scene. Dark Horse comic? Mm. Yeah, like for the total realism, it's a little bit like chunky. It's too chunky for the realism, but honestly, I kind of like it. I've just been invited to do a live stream with Sergey. He has one viewer. I'm sorry, Sergey. I don't know. Maybe next time. Okay, I trust you, JJ. I need to save that. Goodbye, Relax. It better be good. The film. What is it about? About clerks from the store? Working in a store. Proof Sergey. Who banned you? Like the painting has like more detail from I'm using phone as an art camera unfortunately, but like it still looks a lot like a comic. I often paint like really ugly faces, but I wanted to paint sort of like a fashion model type of face. Because I always paint like these like yeah. Mavi has a serious skills. Guys, have you seen what I painted yesterday? This is not finished, but this is a cat I was painting yesterday. I'm so freaking proud. It's my kitty that's I wonder if you'll be able to see. She's right next to me. Wait. She's over here. Look at her. Oh, she's doing private things. And this is like not finished painting, but I also don't want to overdo it. I spent like the last 2 months doing art commissions for the viewers of the cats, and it was and I made them like photorealistic, and I think this is so much more exciting. So I really like the psychedelic background. I'm gonna I'm gonna continue to do that in the next layer, but I'm just so excited. Hi, Professor. I really love this painting. By the way, Professor, I was gonna paint this for you, but I have a dilemma. Uh, I really love this painting. I don't know if I'll be able to like let go of it. This was meant to be for you, Professor. But I already love it so much. I don't know what to do. So yeah, obviously her eyes are not shining yet and like it needs to be like polished up, but it's just amazing. I'll Guys, I think this is not gonna be the last cat painting you see me paint. I'll be painting more. Make a print. Print would not be the same, but like it's just so tiny and so cute. I like it, but we'll wait for alternative. I do love painting cats. Like it's just a dirty pleasure. I honestly, this is not dirty at all. It's so cute. Honestly, guys, I think this might be like my best painting. um, but no. Anyway, when I painted this, I was just like excited about the progression of my skills, to be honest, because I never had a painting come together so quick. And just look from the distance, it looks so perfect and realistic. Obviously, it needs to be still like polished, but it just looks she looks just so perfect. Oh my god, my little love. She's so good. See, this is a proof I can paint cute things too, guys. Thanks. Over. I'm so happy that there are people in the world that approve this style. You keep that one. Just, I'm in love. Like Professor, every time I come home, she drops on the floor and she starts like rolling with her belly up, greeting me. It's incredible. It's just so good. Super 6 out of. Thanks. That was a random Twitch alert, guys. It was a Hanji alerts. We installed new alerts. So in case you wonder, out of nowhere. Yeah. I should put it on my TikTok stream too. Okay, you'll be able to enjoy those alerts as well. I miss Vi. Is he still alive? I loved watching him. One of the craziest episodes I remember was when he found a carcass of camel, and he like dug into it and stayed overnight in a carcass. That's insane, right? Thank you, Jason. Laser boy, why are you causing a fight? Can we please not? But actually, yo, Tinty, you could just do, if he's really like annoying, you could just do / ignore laser boy. But also like criticizing songs. Ugh. Unfortunately, does it bother you? Can't you see that he criticizes everything? Or maybe you can just give it a break. Yo guys, you both are important to me, so I don't wanna it's an impossible choice for me to like pick one or the other. So can we somehow Make this work, please. Yeah, he's the antagonist. See, the Phil is kind of like he's he's like the necessary evil kind of. In the end of the day, he wishes well, but like he just plays like the bad character, and that gives us tension. Otherwise, we would have like a smooth, hyper agreeable stream, right? Thank you, Phil. Was there supposed to be a message? Thank you, Big Juicy. I like your name, Big Juicy. He was expressing sentimental stuff earlier. I missed that. Can we please not? You're smart enough. Like, you're smart enough to. Yeah, he's afraid of pole dancing. Oh my god, Wooter, that looks horrible. Oh my god. Yeah, these paintings are for sale. You can buy them on my website. That looks absolutely awful. Just redeem, drink water. Okay, 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 okay. Cheers. Yeah, but that makes it feel better, TNT. Phil never says anything good about my like songs I put on. It's just something he always does. He only says good things about the songs that he puts on. Like really. Okay, anytime he gives compliment to any song that I'm playing, it's like a miracle. I usually like double check if I read that right. And I'm always looking for the context where he's saying that something is good about something else. It's honestly like he's impossible to please. Can you just guys please not go into the hate? What? I know that TNT does not like start any hate, and if you're gonna start like a hate campaign, I'm gonna be the one to time you out. Stop it, laser boy. I don't know. Guess who that reminds you of you in a painting? Who does that remind you of you? I hate that I see too many of my features. Like the lips, there's I wish I would stop like painting myself so much. Thank you, Puff. There's no need to threaten people. I don't know. I've not seen any evil from TNT. I think we've known Emir for long enough. If anything, I've felt way more hatred from you, Phil. You're spitting a lot of hate. He likes to do it in a sneaky way. I mean, I've not noticed like anything. But yeah. For all of my years, I just have not seen anything. Check out your work. Can you send me a DM? I would be able to take a look after the frame. If I scroll back to what I've said in the past, I have said some wild things as well that honestly should be bannable. I remember when a whole like transgender thing and a pronouns thing started. I did not understand it yet. And well, I had like an open discussion on stream about it being a mental illness. What is my true opinion on this matter? Like a current opinion, I don't know. I would have to sit down and think about it. But I have definitely said like questionable things as well. Like, well, that could be like treated as racist or whatever, or homophobic. I was right. Well, you know what? We kind of have no right as being like it almost feels like only people from those minority groups are allowed to have an opinion on the state of all of that, like gender philosophy. It's very dangerous for us, like that are not part of the queer group, to talk about it. Why do you have to be? Tamarin, thank you so much for subbing. Why do you have to be like that, Laserworm? I assume Laserboy just ate something that he was not supposed to, like. This should be on an album cover. Let's go. If anybody needs this as an album cover, we can make it work. Thank you, Satanic Mechanic. So you have fun in it. Well, I hope that you can ignore this TNT. From my experience over the years, I know there's TNT is just a good person, and that's all it is. You know, you can say a lot of weird things. He's not like, well, he has been to me, so I don't know. I don't have any information, so I don't see the point of like bringing down. Thank you so much, JJ, putting that on. I imagine he might have said something because Tinty has been vocal about recent politics in America, so I believe he might have said something about the migrants or something, something. I don't know. Who is the top boy? Listen, now I want to art. I'm not arting with you. You are? Did you take out your brushes? It's crazy, guys. We have like TikTok chat that is like so fun, and my Twitch chat is like fighting. Like, and I'm trying to sit in the middle of this, and I don't know what to do. Yeah, I'm trying to use. Please get it out. I do sell. I have art store.